So we got all of the lights working and everything, just sort of wired in, and we have it pre-wired up to the top. I got to do some polishing with certain areas on there, so I'm going to leave those all out, but I will wire them up probably later today or tomorrow. All depends. But you can see we have the original harness, which we found some issues in the harness itself right here because they were using those little suitcases. And then we left the license plate set up because if he ever wants to put like any lights on this, just take the original harness and essentially plug it into here and wire it to the two lights, and then pretty much it's good to go. You don't have to worry about any extra wiring or anything. It's right there. It's simple. And that goes up into a big junction box. We have our separate wires for the left side, well, for the right side, and then the left side, and then all of our markers, and everything goes in here and sort of has its place. There's some other areas that you can add wires to. Say you want to run power to this for another auxiliary or something like that, you can do that. But other than that, I mean, this wiring's pretty much good to go on here. We just have to get everything sort of tidied up. As you can see, it's all hanging, but we have all the bolts everywhere. So I'm waiting on the P-clips today, so tomorrow we can get that finished. And then we found that a ground strap was giving us a lot of issues over there, as well as there was a conglomeration of a bad setup underneath the dash, but everything is pretty much working properly now. I guess, hold on one second. So under here, there was a big giant mess of wires, and it was just a nightmare. They had everything sort of wrapped around and then taped up and zip tied. Very, very bad installation job of that security system, start system, whatever the heck it is. But that got removed, and as you see, we still have the pod that's down because we have to disassemble the whole headliner and everything up there to get the cab lights off. And we're going to paint everything, and well, obviously we're going to take the window out and paint all that and everything. But let me show you what we did. So I'm just going to put the four ways on, roll the window down just in case it decides to lock on us. But see, everything works. Do not ask what that compressor sound is. I do not know. So we're gonna turn those off, and then the parking brakes, these are switchbacks, so parking brakes will have the lights on. And everything looks good. Well guys, a little update. Forgot to hit the button. I set it all up, and unfortunately I didn't get the time lapse of me doing all this. It took a very long time, mainly because we're going around the windshield and there's just a lot of crevices. You're down into the door jambs a little bit, so you have to keep those open. But you can see everything is taped up and taped to the floor, so it's nice and taut. There's not much resistance, you know, blowing this around and everything. What we got up here, all around the windshield, and then the roof. I feel like crap today. My back's all messed up, but the show must go on. And I got to get this done because there is no more there's no more openings for the windshield, so this has to get done tonight, and is what it is. Got 2 coats of the opal black, whatever it is, gloss black, and it looks awesome. Laid out perfect, exactly how I wanted it. We got the doors, and then we got the sides and the tailgate, and everything looks perfect. Had just enough paint, thank God. All right, guys, we got the windshield in yesterday, and we got the cab lights all on. We ended up using the original bases, and then just putting the new lenses, the new LEDs, as well as the foam gasket underneath. Anytime you take those off from factory, you're gonna have a problem with it leaking most of the time. So I put that extra gasket on. Should have no issues now. We will check when this goes outside, and we can spray it down and everything, because we're gonna have to sort of clean this up. It's a little bit really dusty and everything from being in the shop, but all that is done. We're waiting on the cab corner trim, because the other ones, the pieces, like the bolts that go through, actually popped off. So they originally tried to do some type of JB weld or something on it, and it just failed when I took it off again, and they sort of just stayed on the truck, and the trim just came off. So that's not a big deal. We ordered those. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow, if not Monday, but hopefully tomorrow, because we want to get the interior back together, and we can't really put the interior back together until those are in. Alright guys, with that, the build is officially done, or at least the first part. Obviously he's going to be coming back for more work in the future to get this truck 100% looking brand new and unique. We're going to be doing running boards, bumper, new doors, repainting the whole cab, you know, just really making this a complete custom built truck and looking the way he wants. But as you can see, we got everything done. Mud flaps are on, front and back, and we had to make a bracket to sort of pull this back so that when he turns, you're not going to be hitting or anything, and you have all the clearance that you need. We put the gauge pod back in, and there was a problem with this falling down, so I drilled out and riv nutted a riv nut in there so that I can put that on there. Now it's on there now. It's not going to fall off when you're going down the street or anything. These are not really the greatest for fitment of anything, but that's how we have that set up, so that it stays in place. We got the doors and everything all on, the seals, everything looks good. I'm gonna do a quick wipe down shortly, and there's all little stainless steel accents everywhere. This would come down, you have the rubber bumpers that go into this. Obviously, if you slam this down, it's gonna create an impression and eventually chip it, but you just got to be careful with that. These come down and extend the bed, as I said, about 7.5 inches on each side. And then over here we have the ramp compartment. So you open that up, and then we made this sort of tie down here. Right now I have it pretty tight. I was just messing with it last night, but you unscrew it, and this is mounted down on there and bolted down so that you have no play or anything in this. And then you have this part that's, because these ramps go like a weird kind of like arch on them, so this is what we came up with. That would be the best option for this, but this would unscrew, come all the way out, and then you just grab this, take this out, it's all one piece, and take the ramps out. And then when you put the ramps back in, you put the bottom one in, the top one in, put this on, tighten it down until you feel confident where you want to be. So cool little thing my dad came up with, and everything works good. It's all pretty much ready to go, and he is going to be here shortly to pick it up, which is awesome. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching this build series. Appreciate all of the views and the comments and everything on this, and I look forward to the next build in the next video.